Salutări din nou, dragilor! Bine ați venit la un nou episod de ELEX! Iar eu sunt mândru că am ajuns la clerici, la Hort, la fortăreața lor aici. Locul meu preferat, destinația mea finală, să zic așa, pentru că lucrez pentru ei, pentru că vreau să mă alătur la clerici. Bun, deci ce am făcut ora trecută, episodul trecut, am ajutat-o pe Marta și am asigurat resurse de mâncare continue pentru tot Hortul. E timpul să căutăm altă provocare. Hai să vedem ce mai avem pe aici. Wow, dar nu există episod să nu strănut. Bun. Iron ore. Eva!
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance. Am I right?
Zici că sunt într-o sticlă.
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
Yes.
I am surprised, but you probably only know the basics. But there's something
De fapt,
about
nici nu știu
Arvid,
cine e Arvid,
something
da.
about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. Concentrate on what's right here, right now.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great. But for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teaching. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere, and that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
Who says I'll help you?
Nobody. I beg you. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his word. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archive?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit.
Arhiva lor e genul la Vaticanul nostru din ziua de azi. Avem o grămadă de documente vechi acolo despre care, să fiu sincer, nu știu mai nimic. Sunt foarte curios și eu personal sunt foarte curios ce conțin documentele alea. Poate chiar adevărul despre originele noastre. Cine știe?
I will get you the book from the archive.
Thank you.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archive?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point. Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Aia și facem. Bun. Ce de roboți pe aici. Păi, o zis că clericii stau foarte prost cu oamenii, dar roboți în schimb au mai mult de o grămadă.
Listen to me, disciple of Magalan. The cleric Bertram has returned.
Ok. Tu cine ești? Armor Master.
Any asshole caught stealing will be sent to the suggesters.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons, and I have to look after my stocks. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are limited. Only those who have acquired that rank can get that reward.
Am înțeles.
I want to trade.
Right you are.
Ne să vedem ce ai tu pe aici. Regen Sword 2. Opa. Și a superior Regen Sword, that weapon can be upgraded. Nu că e prea scumpă. Și nici unul. Toate sunt mai bune ca ale mele. Dar stai că și eu pot să-mi fac level up, energy shield, da, minor, mechanical, soldier, plasma cell. Bun. Direct la bossul boșilor mergem aici să vedem dacă ne lasă să ne alăturăm.
So, here is the wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Magalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all
Judge,
those in the
e
Hort,
judecător.
and the Hort stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come
Și
here
dacă
to
zic
gain
că-s
the
foe,
blessings
ce
of
mă
the
bați?
clerics, or to oppose us?
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
Then Magalan will welcome you. Good. I can see potential in you. Let us hope that this potential can be realized. May your time in the Hort be peaceful and productive.
Tell me about the other Judicator.
Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Magalan have mercy on his soul. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Edan and all operations outside its border. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
What's happening in the city?
Magalan is
Mamă, ce cu
wise,
vocea?
but mysterious. Through
Ai
the
au fost
prophet
altă
Arvid,
voce.
he warned us of the comet and the downfall of our world. He laid down the foundations.
Nu l-am auzit odată pe Jack
clerics
să vorbească
out
cu
of the
vocea aia.
ashes of the old
Când o să termin de
civilization.
filmat video, să mă uit la
Knowledge and
momentul
wisdom
ăla
are sacred.
curios.
It is through knowledge and understanding that we can find our way to the infinite skies and a true understanding of ourselves.
Infinite Skies.
Infinite skies.
A place of true enlightenment and salvation. Magalan teaches us that the comet's fires will not be the only challenge we face in our quest for survival. If we are to save the people of this world, we must teach them Magalan's ways, that we must work together and
Bă, da, băi,
gather
știți
all
cine-i
the
Calan
knowledge
ăsta
we can.
de-l
Because when the
venerați
next
toți
catastrophe
atâta?
strikes our world, only those who have been prepared will survive.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge and the order to further it was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we're the last bastion against the Alps, where the outlaws profit and the berserkers roll in the dirt. We have knowledge. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was, and much more. Join us, and you can participate in our knowledge, faith, and our technology.
So, who are you? The welcoming committee?
I am adjudicator. I oversee everything in the Hort, from punishment to initiation.
Explain the rules of the Hort.
Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and fair. They are rules to be found in
Berzergării
many
au
places,
reguli,
but to us,
clericii au
they are
reguli.
sacred. Theft, physical assault, murder, the dealing of chems are
De fapt,
all
astea sunt
punishable
rezonabile
offenses.
dacă stau să mă
You may
gândesc.
face a fine, re-education, or for the worst offenders, execution.
Execution.
And of course, your soul will pay the price. Stay with us, and you will learn of Kalan and his ways. Abide by the words of the great prophet Arvid, and you will open your way to eternity.
Eternity. Check.
Check.
So, you decide who becomes a cleric and who doesn't.
Correct. Initiates are only allowed to join us when I decide they are worthy. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, then I would welcome them into our community. And every acolyte that joins us can then begin on the path of enlightenment to gain promotion here.
I'm ready. Give me a task.
As you wish. I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish themselves here. Someone with a more objective viewpoint. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered. Wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
Is chem dealing a big problem here in the Hort?
I had thought we were free of their vile product. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. That should prevent this from becoming a bigger problem. If you think you can find these dealers, I would welcome your insight.
It is significant that ELEX causes so many problems everywhere.
We are bound together by our weaknesses.
Then remember that next time you send your mechs into Idan.
It is clear to me that we must face the Alps together.
So, you think you are responsible for holding back the Alps?
That is the task of the clerics now. Personally, I oversee the defense of the Hort. It is Judicator Ulbricht who is overseeing the war against the Alps. Not a task that I envy him. But then at least his work is black and white.
Ce-mi place tot aici, lei. Culorile alese, negru cu roșu. E meserie. Meserire. Clădirile sunt făcute fain. Atmosfera, totul. Îmi place, îmi place, îmi place.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
Do you have any leads on where they may be operating?
Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them, but he doesn't seem to have had much luck so far. You should check what leads he has. To my knowledge, he had slimmed the investigation down to 3 suspects. You should start with them.
Who does Dietrich suspect?
He can explain his methodology to you, but as I recall, it was a simple process of rejecting anyone who lacked the requisite access and opportunity. You should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report.
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal. So we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he is no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
Where can I find these guards?
Well, there's Xander. He was on duty at the main gate on the night in question. Then there is the mine guard and the factory guard. Have you been to the mine? If not, you will find it to the west, below the cathedral. The factory guards patrol to the north, by the mech production facilities.
Bun, se pare că avem treabă. Să ne apucăm de treabă. Și începem cu nightly business. Hai să vedem gărzile. 1, 2, 3, perfect. Noi suntem aici. Cathedral. Păi dacă tot ăsta aici, de ce n-am activat eu teleporterul? Da, aici am fost. Bun.
What can I help you with? I want to ask you some questions about the chem trade here.
How do you know about that?
Adjudicator Reinhold sent me. I'm supposed to have a look at your reports from the time of the crime.
Adjudicator Reinhold sent you to look into this? Oh well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. Here is my report on the suspects. That's all I know.
Hey, you! I need an adjustable wrench and a set of retaining rings. And, if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade ELEX battery.
Ce
A
de vrem?
pressurized air intake valve and... what was the last...
I'll get the things you need.
Wait a second. There is still something missing. Let me think now. Damn it, it was right here. I had it a moment ago.
Do you want my help?
Quiet. Oh, damn it, that's my line of concentration gone. You know how hard it is to get a moment's peace to think in this place? Damn it, what the hell was it that I was thinking about? I think I will have to get the tool myself. The machines we build and maintain here, they are all that will stop the owls. But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly? Do I, hell?
What's got you so stressed?
We used to work, but now everything we do is for combat. I didn't become a mechanic for that, but I suppose we all have to do our duty if this war is to be won.
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now, you're sounding like a legate. This isn't ego. This isn't about me. This is about getting the equipment our forces need. We are the only ones who can really stop the owls. That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production running at full capacity. And it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things, while I get all this working properly.
Pay me, and I'll help you.
Deal. It's not like I have time to waste. I need you to get me a set of replacement parts. With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are chronically undermanned here. So, this list has been sitting here waiting to be sorted. If you're available, I need you to get over to my supplier and get me those parts, okay?
You'll trust me with your shards, just like...
You're here to do a job, so I'll give you the tools you need to do it. Good luck. We need those parts.
Where can I find your supplier?
He's a trader. He sets up business near the gate during the late evening hours.
Teach...
It's done.
Na. Ia uite-l pe prietenul meu.
Well, that was a hell of a plan there in the fort, wasn't it? I think I flat outdid myself there. I'm proud of her.
You put a weapon of mass destruction in the hands of outlaws.
A weapon that will destroy them. The Duke working to wipe out his own men. Come on, you must see the justice in that.
Do you see me laughing?
What? What's the problem? You didn't die? Well, no. You destroyed my masterpiece instead. You'd rather the Duke unleashed that power on Ignidan or Idan? Ignidan is a crater and Tamar is all-powerful? How is that good for anyone? You should be thanking me for trying.
The Duke wants you dead.
Yeah, I bet he does. If I was him, I'd want me dead. I guess I'm lucky. I'm free.
What are you doing now?
Take a break and do some thinking. It's gonna take something else to follow up after Big Bang. Although...
Bun. Da, ne-am întins un pic cu misiunile, dar nu-i problemă. Mergem la deci am fost la... Aici am fost. Mergem aici. La următoarea gardă. Sau gardian. Hai să ieșim următorul gardian.
We give thanks for his safe homecoming.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Can I look around?
And you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics. So go in and look around. If anything will push back the power of temptation, it's what you'll see in there. What is it you want?
I need to ask you some questions about the chem dealing.
So, Reinhold's brought in some more help. I've already written the report as ordered, but remind me, who are the chief suspects?
Siegfried, Hagen, and Oswald.
That's exactly who I wrote up in my report. All that I know is there. Maybe it will help.
Thanks.
Mai avem unul. Adică pe portar. Mamă, mult mai până la portar, cred că mai bine mă teleportăm. Uite. Bă, da, dita mai poarta, frate. Cred că ăsta a fost un safe.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Hort?
Well, take a look at this. Reinhold has sent you to investigate, has he? Before I give you my report about the suspects, I'd like to make you an offer. There's a trader here who is being troublesome. He's a cagey guy, doesn't share his business. He needs re-education. Trust me, the Hort doesn't need traders selling unregulated goods. So I want you to report back that this trader, Siegfried, is the dealer. Say he's guilty. Job done. And I'll know you've done the Hort a favor. It goes without saying I will pay you for helping out.
Îmi pare rău, dar nope.
No, I'm not accusing Siegfried without proof.
Proof? Well, I'm sure you'll find it. But you can save yourself a job and have Siegfried sent for re-education. I hope to hear you've done the right thing and accused him. And I'll make sure you're thanked for that noble choice. Here's the report I've compiled. This is as far as I'd got with my personal investigation. I think reading that will show you the wisdom of simply reporting Siegfried now. Good luck.
You did well.
Na bun, am luat toate 3 rapoartele. E timpul, cred că, să le citim. Să vedem dacă ne dăm seama din rapoarte. Mi se pare mie să am văzut ceva take a note. Ne mai uităm o dată. Mi-aduc aminte prima dată cum am aflat cine-i făptașul de fapt și o să folosesc aceeași strategie. Am dat save aici și i-am dat în gât pe toți trei și am așteptat un pic și am aflat de fapt care era chem dealerul.
Here in the Hort.
Yes?
I think I know who the chem dealer is.
Well, please tell me who you think is responsible.
Deci avem ăsta.
I think it was Oswald.
Oswald acts like a pious, Kalan-fearing person, but there is something strange about him. Maybe this explains his behavior. Thank you for your work. I will investigate this further. If he is really the suspect, then he will receive a just punishment, and you shall receive the promised reward when that happens. Act in the name...
Și acum, dacă nu mă înșel, cred că trebuie să aștept un pic. Sau să dorm o tură. Nici nu mai știu. Pe unde e Oswald? Mi l-au ridicat deja. Foarte ciudat.
You do know why that is right. Can't you remember anything?
Yes. Do you believe that? Really believe it?
Ce de automate pe aici.
Get the hell out of here. Don't do that again.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe?
Yes, I am here to pay my tithe.
Faith serves, Kalan honor us all.
But let's get to the point. As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure you understand.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the high suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of ELEX. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Can Albs do that? With their mutants?
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? Some say it is because they are strong of mind. Others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
So this is where you brainwash people.
No, no. You can't force people to change who they are. You can only bring out their better traits. That is what I do. I re-educate people. That is what I must do now. There is a poor wretch who requires re-education. Leave me. I must help him find the light of Kalan. Faith is our...
Hands off. Vreau misiunea aia, dar... Unde pot să dorm?
I won't argue with that.
Mă lași să mă duc sus? Ce ai văzut iară? Ce nu înțeleg pe ăștia cu...
Well, it's on now, asshole. What are you doing?
Unde mergi, mă? Cum o să incredibil. Nu, fii atent, mă face să mă dau pe ele, ești nebun. Da, încă din asta n-am mai puțit. Ok. No, asta e tare. Deci nu cred că ieșim din Hort. După ce tragi, mă? După un convict, pe bune? Și acum unde e dispărul? Am venit până aici și... Uite-l. Mamă, da, ești tare, my friend.
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
This is the worst place to come for that. The clerics define themselves by the past.
The past sets rules for us to follow. But for individuals, each must have a chance to rewrite themselves.
Thank you for your offer. I'll think about it.
You should. You have carried your own burden and that of others for too long. Here you will find others to share that load. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Hort?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the comet. And while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Albs, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Hort serve? And the answer can only be the Albs. The will of Kalan shall be made real. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
You need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. We must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. I need an ambassador for this task.
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do Albs come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the Free People?
I am free from ELEX. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you are here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the ELEX and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us not. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
Are the Albs still attacking the Hort?
It has been some time since their last major assault. But I'm sure you know that already, Commander Jax. The attacks we suffered took too many brave souls. The death of Judicator Johann was a particular shock. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted, and the Albs haven't attacked us in such strength again. Well, that is my hope. So, if you are here working for the Albs, you'll see nothing that's not known already. And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that damned converter of theirs. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans.
What do you know about the Alp forces? The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 garrisons supported by fighting machines and colossi.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait for an Alp attack or strike first?
The converter has to be taken out of operation. It is the only way to free Ignadon, and the longer they sit there, the more time they have to prepare. We need to attack the converter, but it will take a major offensive, and that will cost us in lives and material.
Why have you waited so long to attack? Surely they get stronger while you're waiting.
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the Hort. They can't do the same with people. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with another issue. The shortage of a commander with real field experience.
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's commandments are where my strengths lie. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Albs.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragments. Though I'm sure I was betrayed so someone could take my place.
No? Well, humility is an important trait in a leader. Or do you have another reason for not wanting to be considered?
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your doors?
I trust my faith, and there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the Free People?
I will find you your experienced commander.
Good. Then go out to the other Free People. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Albs. Someone willing to lead from the front by example.
You sound like you really believe we will find someone out there.
Faith and necessity sometimes breed hope. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. May Kalan and good fortune be with you.
A Pure Field Commander. Bun, dragilor, ăsta trebuie să mergem la fiecare facțiune să vorbim. Bine, o să sar peste asta pentru că știu deja pe cine iau. Vreau să văd dacă cumva my friend ăsta mă lasă să mă alătur la clerici. Nu, dar trebuie să dorm, mă, trebuie să mă să dorm undeva. Îmi trebuie un pat. Să vedem, găsim aici. Da, uite.
Act in the name of...
Păi și cât durează, mă? Mai trebuie să mai fac misiuni, probabil. Mai face misiuni. Până una alta.
What's up?
I'm here to pick up a delivery.
Oh yeah? Or are you telling me? Because I have no idea who you are.
Goddard sent me.
Goddard? Who's that? Oh. Wait. He's the guy working his ass off for a few dumbass robot. Okay, we can make a trade. What is it you want from me?
He needs some replacement parts.
Replacement parts? Oh yeah. I remember. Those special, particular replacement parts. Yeah, of course I have them on me. Packed well and top quality, as always. But now I have a question. Can you pay for these replacement parts?
Do you think I'd be here otherwise?
Well, you know, some people forget that important part of the trade.
Here are the shards for Goddard's delivery.
And?
The rest?
The rest that came about because of increased demand. Double what you've given me, to be exact. Do you need a lesson about supply and demand, or are you gonna pay what's needed?
Here, take the shards.
There, you see? I knew we could come to an agreement. And you can be sure those replacement parts won't let you down. They're top quality. Your buyer will be very happy.
Let's do some business.
Listen, if you can pay, we can trade.
Să vedem ce ai tu pe aici. Bă, cam multe chimicale. Natural ELEX. Dă-le aici când trebuie. Bun.
I got this crate from your supplier.
You came through. If this delivery is all present and correct, it means I can finally catch up with my backlist of repairs.
I thought you wouldn't take deliveries from an outlaw.
I got the blessing for it from the powers that be.
Was that everything?
Well, you still need pay. There, take it.
Bă.
What did you think of the last sermon?
Bă, era ăla cu... Dacă mi-aduc bine aminte. Mă mai duc o dată aici să văd, deși nu cred. Și atunci să vedem ce... Nu mai știu de când am mai... Nu să vedem ce avem aici. La Dietrich, mă, acolo trebuia să merg, m-am uitat, mă, de Dietrich. Bă, și-o zis să merg acolo și am uitat. Asta e. Mergem acum, nu-i problemă. Hello, my friend. Unde te-ai dus, mă? Birou aici.
Of course. Why would it be anything else? How could he be so stupid?
The news from North Edan is worried.
Luck only comes to those who help themselves.
There were millions of people on this planet using technology that is lost.
Oh, what about events on the floor?
So, you're here to report for initiation.
Initiation?
Instruction. Education. A preparation for readiness. My name is Dietrich, and it is my job to ready all new initiates for the trials that will face them. But before you ask any more questions, let's get one thing clear. All the free people need to be properly trained if we want to survive what's coming. I won't accept a lack of discipline.
Yes, sir.
I expect loyalty, hard work, application, and results.
What do you think is coming?
The Alps. And while we are waiting for them, the outlaws are plotting something in Tavar. So, we must plan too. Plan and train. If you want to progress, then that's what I need to see. That's what Kalan expects. It is what you should demand of yourself.
If the training's so strict, how come you're just sitting around?
I do so every day, and my tasks aren't easy. And I get into the field when I can. You have to stay sharp to provide the best training, and to understand our enemy. If we are to work with the free people, if the clerics are to save the free people from the Alps, this is what we must do.
What do you want me to do?
Someone has been undermining the training program we have here. Some of the initiates have been caught taking chem. I mean, it's a crazy thing to do, but some people do it to gain an edge, but end up becoming addicts. Look at the owl. I need to find who is bringing this poison in and selling it to our initiates. You don't have something to do with it, do you?
You suspect me because I'm new here.
I wanted to test your reaction. You'd be tied up and neck-deep in jackal shit by now if I really thought you were behind it. Remember that, if you get tempted in the future. But whoever it is, I want these bastards dealt with. That's good to hear. But we're talking about a different set of criminals. I want you to track them down wherever they are. In the Hort or beyond. Are you with me?
Yep.
About the ELEX smuggling. I will find the criminals behind this.
Good. My information says that the ELEX is coming from somewhere to the... There's a recon post there, in the ruins of an old fort. Start there, and turn everything upside down if you have to. If our people don't cooperate, show them this warrant. And tell them I want answers.
Why do you trust me with this?
You weren't here when all this started, so you can't be part of it. But this isn't just blind trust and hope. That will be all. Dismissed.
Bun. Dragilor, am mai primit un task. Trebuie să vedem cine face comerț ilegal de ELEX. O să vedem în episodul viitor, o să mergem într-o fortăreață, un avampost al clericilor și acolo o să descoperim mai multe chestii, așa că până data viitoare fiți pe fază, abonați-vă la canal și să ne auzim cu bine. Salut!